What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I got another Aero Precision AR-15 builder set that I want to go over with you guys, so let's jump into it. Now this particular builder set I bought probably a year and a half ago. It's one of their monthly builder sets that they do the custom Cerakote and stuff on. At the time, my wife and I both bought a couple, and this one is my last one from that batch that we bought, and it's been sitting in the closet for a while. I've been kind of slowly rounding up parts, been busy with other projects. Like I said, it's been sitting around for a year and a half. Finally, I buckled down, got all the parts I need to build this thing out. So I want to go over the parts with you guys, show you what I got, how I'm going to build this thing, and then I'm going to put this thing together. Now YouTube doesn't allow us to show that stuff anymore, so in the description I'll have a link that'll take you over to my Rumble page, and I'll have the full build over there. Now the last one of these that I did, I just kind of did a time lapse. It didn't turn out how I wanted it to, and for me personally, when I watch stuff like that, I get more out of it if I can, you know, see the actual process, not just a time lapse. So I'm going to do the full process, kind of walk you through how I do things when I put one of these together. So that link will be in the description if you guys want to go over there and watch the whole build process. So this one is an AR-15. The last builder set I did was a pistol caliber carbine that I did in 9mm. I've got the lower pretty much put together. I got the takedown pin, safety, trigger, mag release, and bolt catch in it already. This is the lower. It's got that American flag etched in it. This was a 4th of July builder set. Here's what the upper looks like. It's got the join or die snake on it. This theme builder set was called the First American. My wife does have the same exact builder set. We built it in 300 blackout. I've got a video on that. If you haven't seen that, I'll link that below too. And this is the handguard. The main color on this is kind of gray, and then they got the kind of red stripes with the snake on it. Here's what comes in the builder set, the upper, the lower, and the handguard. And it looks pretty cool. I'm really excited for this one. To accessorize this, I did buy Fortis manufacturing stuff. I got the Fortis dust cover, that's carbon fiber, their mag release, safety selector, takedown pins. I did get a color match castle nut. These are all in gray. And I got their shift hand stop for the handguard. This one has carbon fiber inserts in it also. And they look pretty cool. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but that gray color kind of accents it nice. The darker gray of the Cerakote plus the gray of the accessories. So I think this will turn out pretty good. I went with the Radian Raptor charging handle. This also has gray latches on it to match the theme. And like I said, I'm building this in 5.56, so I got an 8-inch Aero Precision 5.56 barrel. This one's just chrome moly, and I think this is going to look pretty cool because the handguard on this is 9 inches long. I wanted to do a little bit shorter barrel, an 8-inch barrel. I got this Hera Arms linear compensator. I've used these in the past, and they look really good. Kind of tucks under that handguard just a little bit, and I really like the look of that. As far as the bolt carrier group goes, I got an Aero Precision 5.56, just a black nitride bolt carrier group. You guys know I love the Aero Precision stuff. It's quality, it's not too expensive, and I have never had anything from Aero Precision have any problems with anything like that. For the gas system, it is pistol length, so I went with their adjustable gas block and stainless gas tube. Now for all the lower parts and stuff, I bought all the accessories, and then I just bought a CMMG spring and detent kit for all those. It's a little cheaper that way versus buying a full lower parts kit that you pull the safety selector and all that stuff out and just use the springs. CMMG sells just a spring and detent kit. That's like 15 bucks or something like that, and gives you everything you need to run with your aftermarket accessories. For the grip, I went with this Hogue overmolded rubber grip. This one has the finger grooves, and it also has storage in the grip handle, which is kind of cool. These Hogue grips are really nice, grip really well, and they're one of my favorite grips to use on these AR-15 builds. This is a pistol, so I'm using an SBA-3 pistol brace with just a standard mil-spec buffer tube. And for the buffer and spring, I wanted to try out one of these Geisley Super 42 buffer and spring combos. These are a little different than your typical buffer and spring. It's got an H1 buffer, so it's a little heavier, and it's got a 3-wire braided spring in it that I've never tried before, so I wanted to try one of these out. Supposedly it holds up better after a bunch of rounds. The spring doesn't compress, you know, and get shorter over time. The 3 coils help it hold up a little better. They say you are supposed to oil this spring so it keeps it lubricated. With the 3-wire spring, supposedly it cuts down on the twang you hear when you're shooting, and they claim that this spring is 15% stronger than a standard spring to help strip those rounds out of the magazine when it's loading another round. So this is kind of an experiment. I haven't used one of these before, so I'll be interested to see how this works out. If it's too much or not running properly, I might change to a lighter buffer or swap this into one of my other guns that has a rifle length gas system. But we'll give it a try and see how this thing works out. So for those of you watching on YouTube, stick around. I'm gonna jump over to the bench, get this thing put together, then I'll come back and show you how it looks. If you guys wanna check out the full build on Rumble, follow the link below. You can go over there and watch the whole thing over there. As always, with all my videos, I'll have a link in the description that takes you over to our website that has links for all the parts and pieces that I used. It'll have links for my favorite tools I use on the build, stuff like that. So you guys can go check that stuff out if you want. So I'm gonna jump over, get this thing together, and I'll show you how it turns out.
A few moments later.
So this is how this thing turned out. It turned out pretty sweet, I think. This is a good looking gun. Got everything installed, everything went pretty smooth. As always, make sure you check function on your safety. Make sure that thing's 100%. Make sure everything works properly and get it all lubed up when you put it together. That way you don't forget. One thing I didn't mention in the beginning, I did have a Primary Arms SLX MD25 with the ACSS reticle laying around. So I decided to throw that thing on. These are one of my favorite red dots. As with everything, I'll have it linked below. And I also put a factor stiffy in the pistol brace. If you haven't seen those, that just goes in there and keeps that rubber from deforming, obviously for storage only. Because when you're shooting this thing, it's obviously strapped to your arm. That's how these are designed, right? So that's for storage only, but it turned out awesome. I love all these Fortis accessories. They match pretty good, kind of set it off with that carbon fiber insert in the hand stop and the dust cover. And you know, all those grays kind of match pretty good, I think. That turned out pretty sweet. I'm excited to go try this thing out. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see the full video, make sure you go over Rumble, check it out. But as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.